So, focusing on endeavors instead of result also provides us mental stability. Let me ask you one more question, then we are going to start the chapter 15. When you water a plant, I asked that question before. When you water a plant, do you need to focus when the flower is coming out, fruits will come out? Should you endeavor to pull them out of the plant, or it will come automatically? Who can answer me? The flowers and fruits comes automatically from the plant, or we have to endeavor to pull them out? Come on. It's a simple question.
Automatically?
Yes, good answer. They come, we don't need to focus on, oh no, when I'm going to get the result, when I'll have what will happen, I'm still attracted to this world. Yes, we can do longing, but we should not be disturbed by the result that coming in our way, that trying to divert us. We should pay attention and focus on Krishna, and we should endeavor with the conviction that Krishna will give his mercy. We should always remember that we cannot force the grace to appear, nor we can replace the grace. Krishna's mercy cannot be replaced, nor you can force it to manifest. You follow? We have to do our part, Krishna will do his part. Now, did Krishna already did his part with Arjuna or not? What will be the outcome that all Kauravas will be dead? Did he already do that? In that sloka we saw? Yes. Krishna already said, I already killed them. So Krishna already done his job. What is waiting right now in our life is our endeavor. Everybody understood that part? So the sadhana is very important. Moreover, focusing on endeavors instead of result also provide us mental stability. If we are too attached to the result, then failing to get it will make us depressed. Getting it may make us elated, but only temporarily, because everything material is temporary. And overall, craving for the result will keep us agitated. Instead, if we understand that Krishna wants us more than the result, then we will strive diligently to offer him the result to express our devotion. And even if the result does not work out, still our endeavor itself will please him. Everybody understanding that part? This is important. Krishna will reciprocate by revealing his all attractiveness, therefore increasing our attraction for him. The resulting divine absorption will provide us security and satisfaction in both failure and success. I give you an example. This morning, I was going to give a Zoom class at 7:30. So I ran from the temple because I am in the temple morning program. So once a week I had to give class there 7:30 to 8:30. So I ran and everything is working out. Zoom was working out. But then all of a sudden, as I started the class, Zoom went off. And I have no control on it. And those devotees, Sam Murari Prabhu, in other side of the Florida, they are trying from their angle, and finally we went through the conference call. And it was such a good conference call. It was the best class. We had a big audience and devotees are asking so many nice questions. It became the best class. So if we keep on endeavoring, whether what result we expect, whether it has a problem or sometime obstacle comes, we have to focus on Krishna and keep on going on our bhakti process. Then we will see at the end Krishna will give us the satisfaction of pleasing him. That's all it matters. Everybody understood that point? Life will not be all smooth, what we think. The material world is not made like that. So be careful, but just be cautious, that's all. So today's chapter is 15, Nectar of Devotion. It's called Raganuga in Sanskrit, or I don't know, in Hindi also maybe they call. In Sanskrit, Prabhupada put the name Spontaneous Devotional Service. Now, we are discussing in English, so I want to make sure one point clear. Bhava Bhakti definition, who remember? What is the synonyms of Bhava Bhakti means? Devotional service in? What is Bhava Prabhupada translate in English?
Devotional service in ecstasy.
Yes. What is Prema Bhakti? Devotional service in? Spontaneous love. But this chapter is spontaneous devotional service. It is not spontaneous love. There is don't mix, please. 19th chapter is Prema Bhakti. This is Raganuga Bhakti, is also translated as a spontaneous. So I use the word Raganuga, then I distinct Prema Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti, Sadhan Bhakti, Vaidhi Bhakti. For me it's easy because I come from a village of India. But if I think of ecstasy, devotional, spontaneous love, I get mixed up. Spontaneous devotional, spontaneous love, what's the difference? One is Raganuga Bhakti, means the result is not yet obtained. Another is result is produced. So if you can adapt, if you would like to adapt some of the Sanskrit word, this chapter, next chapter is called Raganuga Bhakti. It is spontaneous but not spontaneous love. It is spontaneous devotional service. There's a big difference. Everybody understood that? Okay, good. Because I may throw that question to you in future so you will know. The second wave of first Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu had 4 waves, if you remember, or 4 aspects, divided into 4. Eastern division, which we are reading. Then there is a southern division, northern division. So we are only doing the eastern division, which is 19th chapter. And eastern division has how many waves? Who remembers? Come on. How many waves in the eastern division?
4.
4. No, Gopal Radhe Prabhu, you cannot answer everything. I know you know it, but you cannot. Okay, so first division, very good, 4. So first one in the eastern division, there is 4 waves. First wave is Samanna Bhakti, which is the prefix and introduction. And then that includes, then the next wave was Sadhan Bhakti, which begins from actually chapter 2. So up to chapter 1 was the first wave. Second wave started from chapter 2 to all the way to 14, which we finished last week. Now, these 15 and 16, it's another waves. The second wave. And the third wave is the chapter 17 and 18. And the fourth wave is 19. Everybody understood that? It's just some technical, which is good. We can remember this. So the second waves, today and tomorrow we discuss about Raganuga Bhakti. First thing Srila Prabhupada gives in the summary, that Raganuga Sadhana is a devotional practice that strives to cultivate the moods of Krishna's associate in Vrindavan. Thus, before describing Raganuga Sadhana, we must first describe the moods of devotional attachment found in Vrindavan's eternal residence. I'm going to give you a warning. If you ever go by your own without the group mixing with other Vaishnavas in this world, it's good to know those little tips. They may tell you that now in ISKCON they don't understand Raganuga Bhakti. I should not say that, but this came and disturbed many devotees all over the world. Because there was a misunderstanding. But today I hope you have a clear understanding that Raganuga Bhakti is also part of sadhana. Sadhana has a two division. Everybody remembers? I mentioned many times. Sadhana has a two division. One is Vaidhi sadhana, one is Raganuga sadhana. Vaidhi sadhana, who remembers? Like a nine division of bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, right? And Rupa Goswami Pad gave 64 limbs of sadhan bhakti that we discussed until chapter 14. And no, up to chapter I think 12. And the 13 was the most important most potent of Vaidhi Bhakti. And then we had a Jnana and Vairagya. And today, right now we are discussing about Ragatmika Bhakti. Why we are going to go Ragatmika Bhakti, and what is Ragatmika Bhakti? Because the Vaidhi Sadhan Bhakti, that it starts with Shravanam Kirtanam. Everybody understand? Vaidhi Sadhan Bhakti also has a Shravanam Kirtanam, hearing and chanting. Yes? Everybody understood that? Everybody remember that? Am I making clear? What will be the difference in Raganuga Bhakti? Only difference is they will still have to do hearing and chanting. But there is a one component is the prominent in this. If you can remember that, that is what distinct from the Vaidhi Bhakti. And that component is the raga, is the greed. But then question is where this greed is coming from and who has the greed. If that greed, if your longing, if your desperate desire to serve the Lord is not aligned with the Brajavasi's mood, then it is not spontaneous or Raganuga Bhakti. Everybody, can somebody repeat to me what you understood? Someone? What is Raganuga Bhakti? Again. Who has the Raganuga Bhakti? I am going to give you, this is very important. Whole life you are going to be disturbed otherwise. This verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 22, text 150. Iste sarasiki raga parama avishtata bhavet, tanmayi ja bhavet bhakti, shatra ragatmika udita. When one becomes attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Prabhupada translate, his natural inclination to love is fully absorbed in thoughts of the Lord. That is called transcendental attachment. And devotional service according to the attachment is called Ragatmika or spontaneous devotional service. So, in order to understand Raganuga, we have to know Ragatmika. Who are the Ragatmika? Everybody please write it down. Ragatmika means Brajavasis. Who are the Ragatmika? Brajavasis. Subal, Madhumangal, Srimati Radharani, Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Maya, coward boys, even the cows, trees, everything. There are three types of love in Vrindavan. Three types, all the Brajavasi, of course we talk, there is a 5 types of relationship. and 4 are most prominent in Vrindavan. And most prominent are the 3. Daisharosh is there also, but not as prominent. But their love has a division, category. So this is today's subject matter also. First of all, who are the Ragatmika? Ragatmika means those who are the Brajavasis. Why they are called Ragatmika? Because they have 2 things. They have 2 things, that Ishte Sarasiki Raga. They have a particular aptitude of love in the desired object of love. And the second point is they have a absorption in the service of the Lord. They have a particular absorption. They cannot forget. You know the gopis, they never sleep. Whole night they dance with Krishna, and at that time they cry. They miss him. When they sleep. When Hamsudut Maharaj came to be, he recently passed away. I'm sure you heard his name. He was a big preacher. He's originally from Germany, I believe, but he joined in America. And when he came to Prabhupada, and because he was a kind of a hippie, and he could not fall asleep for days. And the doctor, the medicine he took, it did not work. So finally he saw the Hare Krishnas on the street, and they found out his inquiry, and they told him to go and meet Prabhupada. So he came to meet Prabhupada. And they introduced, this gentleman, he cannot go to sleep. He cannot fall asleep. Prabhupada said, come over here. So he looked at his eyes for few, moment. He said, oh, very good. Actually, you are normal. And he said, really? Even the doctor said, I'm not normal. I didn't sleep for 3 days. He said, no, you are very good. You are normal. Because we are trying to become the Braja Gopis. The Gopis, they never sleep. Eternally they never slept. Whole night they dance with God. And of course he never heard about who are the Gopis and who is Krishna. He's like, really? He said, oh yes, you are normal, don't worry. But we don't preach that to the public because they will not understand. So don't worry, you are fine. Just chant Hare Krishna and join with us. And he joined. And he became a big preacher actually. So, but we are not preaching to that. But the idea is that you may say like, well, I like to enjoy sleeping, Prabhu. Well, you enjoy sleeping because you draw happiness in unconscious state. There is 2 types of happiness. One happiness is in conscious state. One happiness is in unconscious state. So those who are drawing some happiness in unconscious state, they are also big group in this world, like Buddhism and others, because they focus on this unconscious state. Anybody remember when you had a deep sleep recently? That you slept like 4, 5 hours, 6 hours, and then you woke up and said, oh wow, I had a good sleep. How do you know you had a good sleep? Did you keep track during the deep sleep? I don't remember anything. Then how do you know it was a good sleep? If you don't remember anything, then how do you know it was a good sleep? Because when you woke up, your body, everything looked fresh, you felt like a rest. So that's called unconscious happiness. Everybody understood that? That's called unconscious happiness. Is Krishna consciousness looking for unconscious happiness? No. We don't want to go to slumber, sleep. We don't know even if we exist. We are endeavoring Brajabhav, Brajabashi's mood. They are fully 24 hours, they are with Krishna and enjoying. They never miss, their body never get tired. Their body only grows more fresh, more beautiful, more attractive, every moment growing there. Even the coward boys, they come home, they go to sleep, immediately within a moment they go back in their dream and they play with Krishna in the whole night in the dream. And in the morning they wake up and they again run to see Krishna. So it's like a 24 hours. These are the verses, in case somebody say, where does it say it? Skana adarsanita dina sahas anga biharina tad eka jivita prukta vayasya brajabasina. They are skana adarsanita. Even for a moment, they cannot live without seeing Krishna. Krishna is like such a eyesore. Like, it's so beautiful. Krishna is so lovable that they want to be with Krishna all the time. Everybody understood that? So this is called Brajabasi. Now, any endeavor aligned with those Brajabasi's mood is called Raganuga. Who is going to say now, what is Raganuga? Mother Krishna, please tell me, what is Raganuga?
Aligning with the Brajavasi's mood is called Raganuga.
Very good. Who is Ragatmika? Mother Bhagavati.
Brajavasis.
Very good. Everybody understood this? This you really have to remember whole life. Now, one more question. We are doing sadhana, Vaidhi Bhakti. So then we are not going to do Raganuga. What is the connection between Raganuga and Vaidhi? One component is very prominent. Please write it down. Yes, Mother Vishnupriya, you raised hand.
Raganuga is spontaneous loving service and Vaidhi is regulator.
Yeah, but what is the connection? If we do hearing and chanting whole life, we will be staying in Vaidhi or Raganuga. What